It's understandable. I'm sure she's been on edge the entire time since she was summoned here. Hopefully after getting a taste of home, she's able to relax a little.
Here lies possibly the greatest Alchemist, episode 11, and here lies the effing problem. We are now here at episode 11, and we have, my friends, count them, we have one episode left, exactly one episode left of this show. And I'm totally happy for our MC, our main character. I'm so excited that he was able to gain one more girl to his harem. I'm so happy that he was finally able to let go of his slaves and the slave callers and whatever else ended up happening to become friends, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. They're introducing these heroes once again at the end of the show. What payoff are we going to have next week? He's just going to lop their heads off? You're just going to kill them? All right, your heroes are gone. You know what I mean? He's not going to do it, right? He's a bit puss bag. You know, he talks big game, but doesn't really do much. Now, he did show the heroes, like, hey, don't F with me. I'm going to break your little swords. I thought that was a cool moment this episode because they came at his girls. You know, they came at Sophia. They came at... it wasn't Maria, whatever the new bunny girl's name is. I forget what her name is, but you know they came at them, and they're just basically like those random Japanese guys that like are in the alleys, like you know, like come and get me. You know what I mean? Like they're so the way they depicted these two kids, because they're kids by the way, is just so vile and crazy, and that's what they're going for. That's what they're shooting for. That they're doing that on purpose. But we virtually have no backstory about these kids whatsoever, outside of the fact that they've been here for a year. They've been training. We've gotten maybe 3 minutes of backstory on them. If you put all those little cutscenes that they've shown us together, we've had about maybe about 3 minutes of content to them, which none of us, I'm sure including you, do not care about them. And they force them upon us once again this episode because, you know, the magical waves are causing disruptions, blah, 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 blah. And now they've come out of the kingdom of Sidonia to where Takumi is, and they're threatening, I don't know, the church or some bullshit like that. So we don't care about any of that. And Takumi embarrasses them, and they scurry and run away. Then the girl that they were with, you know, ends up fearing for her life, I guess you could say. And I think the girl's name is Akane, okay? So this girl Akane, you know, she's been very wary of Sidonia based on her powers and the way that she's able to kind of like not telepathy, whatever her power is. Basically, she's able to like, you know, bad vibes, good vibes, whatever. And she has been fearing for her life in Sidonia, so she's been very wary, as she should be, of them. So she takes this. Now they've traveled out of here. She meets Takumi, and she's like, "Oh, he's the guy of my visions or whatever." And she's like, "I need to trust him." And that leads into her escaping with her attendant or whatever to go and find Takumi. Takumi gives her like, "Hey, I'm staying at this place." Blah blah blah. He comes and he finally is upfront with not only all his girls, but then also with Akane of like, "Hey, yeah. I'm from Japan. I was reincarnated. I met the goddess. I'm here for a purpose. I just wanted to live a slow life. That's not in the cards for me completely. And now I have to deal with this problem that this kingdom created by summoning you and your friends." And then the Akane girl goes on a rant about like, "Oh, my friends weren't always like this. They were actually good." He's like, "Oh, are they poisoning him?" I don't know, whatever, right? Basically, I'm convinced that her friends just became big douchebags of their own accord, and power went to their head, probably. And he takes her in, and now plus one more to the harem, even though we just got a +1 like an episode ago with the bunny girl. And now we're going to head into whatever is going to come in the last episode, which will probably be a waste of our time. And maybe we get a cool scene at best where, you know, Takumi overcomes the two heroes or embarrasses them, or maybe they just run out and they don't actually, you know, interact with the heroes again, and they just go like, "Oh, next time of episode Dragon Ball Z," you know, and we just see whatever happens to end up coming. In like a best case, we get like a snippet of like a memory or something. Worst case, we don't get anything, and we get left on some weird cliffhanger, because at this point it feels like we're in the middle of a season, not that the season's about to end. So how could it end? Best case, like I said, he interacts with the heroes and the heroes. Worst case, he doesn't interact with the heroes, and we're just kind of left with a nothing burger of an ending. somewhere in the middle, they leave the door open. They leave us on some weird cliffhanger of some in between. It's just so hard to say for sure. But I know that this episode had good moments, but it kind of sucked too. And the suckage comes because of we are on the precipice of it ending. So yeah. Overall, this episode was fine. I think the Akane girl she's a cutely designed character. I think the moments of, releasing the slaves and him calling them his family / partners is fine. I think, I would have loved for them not to have explored this subject before and just have him do it like this. It's fine. It's all just fine. It's cute and it's fine, but disappointing. All right, I'll see you guys next week for the last episode. We'll see if we get anything good. Maybe, maybe not. See you then, my friends. Peace out.